Topping news tonight at 6, the nation breathed a sigh of relief about the fiscal cliff deal. Good evening once again. I'm Mark Allen.
And good evening. I'm Katie Houston. And why not? Most of you won't have to pay more taxes, and your investments got a bump thanks to a stock market that soared more than 300 points on the news today. But many are warning tonight that all it did is just set the stage for a bigger budget battle in the next 2 months, when exact spending cuts have to be determined, and the debate over the debt limit raises its ugly head yet again.
Now here's a look at how our lawmakers voted on the critical issue. All Republicans, and the only one casting a yes vote was House Speaker John Boehner. Megan O'Rourke talked with all of their officers today, live to explain why they voted as they did. It's our top story at 6. Megan.
Mark, Katie, the bill may have passed, but not because our local politicians supported it. In fact, we talked with outgoing Congressman Steve Austria this afternoon, who expressed disgust over the legislation.
We've known over a year that we were going to reach this point of a fiscal cliff, and it shows how dysfunctional Washington operates. And I voted no on this bill because this bill did not address the underlying problem of out-of-control spending.
Departing Congressman Steve Austria isn't holding back about the budget bill that kept the country from going over the so-called fiscal cliff. He says passing it only stalls the inevitable.
This bill just kicked the can down the road. It increased taxes on our job creators.
Representative Jim Jordan echoed Austria's remarks in a written statement saying, quote, "This classic Washington deal is worse than doing nothing. We'll never get the budget balanced by delaying the few spending cuts that were agreed to in the summer of 2011. For Congressman Mike Turner, the issue was less about national debt and instead more national security. A spokesperson from his office told me over the phone Turner voted against the package because it did not adequately deal with sequestration cuts that will cost thousands of jobs at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Despite strong Republican opposition, House Speaker John Boehner supported the budget bill. Today, he issued a written statement explaining his vote and vowing to trim our national deficit. Now, he says the focus turns to spending. The American people re-elected a Republican majority in the House, and we will use it in 2013 to hold the president accountable for the balanced approach he promised, meaning significant spending cuts and reforms to entitlement programs that are driving our country deeper and deeper into debt.